Okay, hello. I'm back, and it's early in the morning. I was in here filming something else, filming my hat. So I decided while I was already here at this table, I would go right ahead and go into this next part of finishing this bag. Well, some of it. I'm gonna do the handle part of it. Still I may just leave that like that on the back. I'm not sure. But I was playing around and cut a piece off. And I think I'm really liking that. It's one of these little strips. It actually comes uh, like this, like ribbon. So it actually comes like this. I found this at Dollar Tree. Um, so $1.25, and it comes like that. It says it's 4 foot of pearl wrap, and they do have it in pearl. And what I like about this, excuse me, is the pearl one is matte, as you can see. That one has a little bit of a shine, but it's not super blingy, so it didn't overpower the look. I think it kind of just keeps in that same tone of brightness, but not overly bright. So I feel like it flows with being kind of an understatement rather than an overstatement. Forgot I had that bag still there. Okay, so I just glued it on. I think I actually used this fabric glue on this. Yes, I did. So you don't have to use hot glue up here. I'm trying to see now if I should cut one or two of those off. I'm gonna cut one off. Let's see if, yeah, that fit much better. Because I want it to go just under this part just a little bit, and then I'll probably just come back on top. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not liking that too well. I don't know that I'm going to come back on top and do anything. Not with that. So, let's see. I'm going to put perhaps a dab of hot glue down here, just to kind of hold that in place. It looks real crazy when you put that fabric glue on there, because it'd be like, oh, you know what? Let me see if I'm going to put that on there. With the fabric glue. I kind of want this to go ahead and set, so I guess I will go ahead and put the hot glue. The only thing about that hot glue is you better have it where you want it. My hand and my mind is acting like it doesn't want to work together this morning. Oh, actually, I'm not going to use that hot glue because I don't like how that looks. So back to the fabric glue. So that was good that I did that demonstration right there live and discovered that. So let me get that off of there. No, that did not look neat at all. I could see that glue underneath there. So nope, not doing that one. So let me scrape that right back off as much as I can. Got to mess up my bag after all of this work. Okay. It made it look like it was just a glob of wax, like candle wax sitting there, but hopefully this is going to cover that spot up. Let's see, it might. Yeah, for the most part, it's gonna hide that. So thank goodness. Thank goodness. See, I need to just stick with what I know. I had already figured out the game plan, and I went against it. Because as you can see, it dries clear, so it's not a big deal to use this fabric glue and see all of that in the beginning, because it's going to dry clear. So don't panic. Let's turn it upside down, because you already know why if you've been watching. See, that's much easier to work with. Much easier. And much easier to get your placement if you need to move it around. It's easier to do that using this fabric glue, or even E6000 would be easy to use. I don't necessarily want to be putting it all over the top. But I do need to get some underneath there. So just lift it up a little bit and get it underneath there. There you go. I'll try to get a little bit of that off. Okay. The only thing is, when you're filming and you do this, you got that wait time for it to get dry. However, let me pull that down. So I may not have should have cut that little piece off, because now I feel like there's a lot of trying to realign it, But now you can just put just some glue on there and add it back down there if you want to. I have done that. There's room to do that with this type of material. You can just add pieces and cut pieces, you know. So I think I might put some glue on that and put that down there so that I can kind of slide that up a little more. I'm going to put the glue here and stick that on the top of the glue. Now, when that dries, you won't know the difference. See that? Not a big deal. Just make sure that your spacing looks good. And there you go. Okay, so I don't know if I'll put anything up there, or I probably could go back in with some yarn or something and do some kind of a little wrap, but I think I'm just going to leave it as is. So you could go back if you just have to have a finishing touch, and you can wrap all of that. I just don't like how that comes in, because it's like, I don't know, when you got corners, I don't know, I guess you probably could cut that out, but I don't like that. I don't like that look. That doesn't make sense to me. When my eyes see that, that makes no sense. So I'm trying to figure out, can you make this thing? Okay. Okay. Now I don't know. Now that could work. Because my thing is, when there's a corner, I don't want that sticking out, because that looks crazy. But I've been wondering this, but had not tried it. So let me see. I don't know if I'll like that either, but, well, I kind of do. Yeah, I kind of like that. That makes more sense to me. This is kind of hugging the curve there, hugging the corner. Okay, let's do that. I like that. Okay. I'll get it up centered as much as possible. Oh, yes. I like that. That's a good finishing touch for that. Okay. Now, I like that. That's good. In a way, I sort of want to, on this back side, I want to do something with the yarn again, I think. I'm not really sure what yet, or like what type of design. some more of that, or maybe something with the pearl look on the back. You know, that's kind of, I'm kind of liking that a little bit there. I think I'm going to be cutting some extra, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. Oh, it's actually perfect. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that because that's still subtle. Let me make sure I'm not getting, okay. Okay, let's go with that. Let me see if I can actually do hot glue on this one and it not, this actually may not be bad to do some hot glue with this one. May not be a bad idea because I really do need that to grip and hold. There we go. I need that held in place. So I can just do that. Actually, let me see. Because the thing about with the glue back here is the glue blends in with this. So as long as I can keep it neat, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I just cannot get carried away with the glue. Just a little bead right in there. Okay, I think that's going to be good. I think I'm on to something. So I took pictures of my swag bags, my clutch type swag bags, the fluffy ones, and I was showing them to one of my clients. Well, actually, I was showing her the video, and she said, you should take some still pictures so I can see it better. So I came home and took some still pictures, and I sent it to her. And then I was showing another client because she was talking about crafting with some of the kids at her church. And so I showed them to her, and both of them were like, you should sell these. These should sell easily. And you know, I don't know. I hadn't thought about selling them. I'm just making them so you guys can see how to make them yourself. But I definitely will sell them to whoever wants to buy them. I just enjoy making them. And going to enjoy even more taking them out to the store. I can't wait to go back to Bath and Body Works and have my little swag bag with me. Filling it up with my little room sprays that I get in there. This is the perfect size for me to get about 7 or 8 of those in there. Okay, so this is working out really good. And I'm just kind of skipping a row I don't put it on every row. Like I would go here and put it on this row, tack it down and go here. So I just kind of skip a row. Did you see that? I go there and then I skip and go there. That kind of deal. I mean, why use so much glue if you don't have to? Now, if later on it feels like I need to add some more, then I would just go back in between with some of the fabric glue and do it that way, because like I said before, it's going to dry clear, but I really don't think there's going to be an issue with it. This glue gets all over my fingertips, and I bought that little fake pink finger hot thing to keep mainly from getting burnt, but probably if I put it on. But then again, I'm thinking it could just be worse if I put that on and the glue starts to stick to it and it being plastic. Probably be worse than it sticking to my fingers. Okay. Now since I went over so far, there's a little gap there, but like I said earlier, if you wanted to add a line there, you can. If it bothers you. Right now, it's not bothering me. I will see. I don't know. I may end up. I might end up fixing that. How many is that? 5? This is why I like this stuff, because it's so easy to work with. Let me get this glue off my fingertips. So I can hot glue that there. I don't know if I'm going to bother it yet. So let me just leave that to the side, because it's really not bothering me that much. Alright, I have to keep coming back over here and make sure nothing has shifted, since that's not dry. Okay, so there's the bag. I don't know, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I could just keep going on down and like the whole back, just alternate. It's kind of cute. could just do 3 rows and then finish out with some yarn down there. Y'all know I like to put my yarn on the bags, but I want something. I don't like everything going in one direction. I like some movement. So, let me see. 2 or 3. Let's see if this is live right now. I could get you guys to chime in. So, I guess for now, I will go with my own little eyes. Let me see if I'm gonna like the yarn with this. Because maybe I just like the yarn, I don't know, with just that. And maybe bump it up against that and go that way. I could do that. Okay, I turned it off while I brainstormed for a minute. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do that white pearl up there, and I think I'm gonna go in with this silver one down here, and then do some yarn in the middle. That's kind of what my eye is liking here. And this time I cut a piece, I left an extra piece out there this time. So that may make me have to go back up there and add that. And I could just start over and try to match that. Or I could just go ahead and fix it and then add. Excuse me. Whew. I don't know what's got me sneezing. It's so early in the morning. I don't know that my brain was ready for creativity this early. So I gotta jump start it. And I'm trying not to mess with coffee, so that's out. I'm just gonna leave a little bit down there. I'm okay with that. Initially, I wasn't gonna go that high up, but I'm using the hot glue, so I gotta flow with it now, so. But it's all good. I feel like my voice is so deep in the mornings. I have to check that on that silver. It looks okay back here. I don't know, well, maybe it's because I'm staying right on top of the little bead, the back of the bead. And so it's not spilling out around the edges, because it did not look right on the front with the hot glue, with the silver. But this is okay. Just try not to get it in between. Just stay on the back of the bead. And it will continue to look professional. very clean. I just like it to look very clean. And make sure you don't start going up. Stay straight. Okay, at this point I probably could do more than one row. So let's try that. Skip a row and go over. And just go easy on the glue. Don't use too much, and it'll stay clean looking all the way through. Don't get overzealous. Sometimes it just has to take a while, and it's okay. Just take your time, be patient, and you'll have a product that you're proud of. And you know, you take it out and you won't have to be trying to hide it, not really want anybody to see it. Because after all of this work, you want to showcase it. You know? I look at these as promos. These are my little promos. It's not until you really get out there and then people start oohing and ahhing over stuff that you make that you really start to appreciate the time and effort you put into it. Because you'll be sitting here thinking, is it just me? Am I the only one that's like feeling this hat or bag or whatever it is? But once you get out and other people are like, oh, that's so cute, where'd you get it? And then when they find out you made it, it becomes a whole conversation piece. And I like that it strikes up a conversation more than anything. Get to start meeting people that way. And I'm particularly not going to do more than 2 rows at a time because I feel like that gives me enough time to get it in place before my glue sets. And it keeps me from making any kind of mistakes. To just do 2 rows at a time. Now you may be somebody you can do 5 or 6 rows at a time. Have at it. Do you. All right. Well, we're much faster than the white pearls up there. All right, so I like that. Really, if you wanted to, you could stop there. And like you could just embellish up here again with something. And really, I mean, you could stop there. That's just fine. I'm kind of feeling like kind of sort of feeling like I want to wrap this one back here. Trying to picture it. Oh my gosh, look at it. See, I use fabric glue on that right there. I'm going to put some hot glue right there. Easy fix, easy fix. And quick. My throat does not want to act right this morning. Okay, so I'm trying to picture. Trying to picture the look of yarn, like this being wrapped with yarn back behind here. I'm trying to picture the look of it with this, if that would even look right. I think I won't. I think I won't. Okay, so let me brainstorm. Okay, I've been playing around with some things, so I think what I'm going to have to do, since I already have these strips here, I think I need a yarn border so that I can start running my yarn this way, because I want it to go crossways. And I'm thinking black and white, black, black, white, alternating. So that's where I'm at for now. Okay, so I'm gonna put that down, and then we'll go from there. And let it hang off the edge a little bit if you need to, because I think the cleanup it looks better with the cleanup. And the reason I'm putting this border here is because just trying to run that off of there like that at an angle was not looking right to me. With it just coming there, and then each time, that wasn't looking right to me, because that looked like it was gonna start looking messy, and no. And messy and complicated. I like that better. Definitely like having a yarn border there. So now when I run it off of there, it's yarn to yarn, and so it hides some things down there. It just gives a cleaner look. So I like that. Okay, got that part on. Okay, much better. And again, you could stop there. That to me is a finished look. And you could just show your red. And you could definitely stop there. But me being me, I'm going to keep going. Okay. Getting glue on stuff. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to continue on like that until I have a wide border. I may just do a really wide black border and then come off and do white and white, more narrow. Just white at the corners, maybe, like right there. A little bit smaller than what it is now. Since I use so much white on the front side, I feel like I used a lot of white on the front side. So I think I'll use more black on the back side. And so, all right, I'm going to do a wide border here, and I will come back and let you see that, how that looks, because I think you get the gist of it. Just keep, look at that, it's stuck down a little bit. Just keep putting your glue up through there, and you see what I mean by having a yarn border to butt up against. It just gives it a cleaner look than trying to run up against that at an angle. I didn't like how that looked. So, okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I have decided on alternating and going black and white, so 4 over, and then possibly end it off with a bead on each side, and then leave that red showing. So I think that's where I'm at. I think that's what I'm gonna do so far. So when I get a few pieces down, I will come back. Well, hold on. Let me just go ahead and demonstrate a couple. And then just make sure your pieces are long enough. I just pre-cut them kind of rough, like not really measuring at all. Use my scissors to butt that in there really close and tight. Down here at my yarn border. I'm liking the alternating the black and white, as I had laid out a pattern with a broad black stripe and then a broad white. It wasn't giving. So this is giving. I like the black and white stripe, making me feel like pinstripes, and I like pinstripes. Like a nice pinstripe suit. I like it. Okay, and cut that off really close up in there. And I'm deciding I'm just going to keep these little pieces that I cut off, because I'm feeling like I can make something with those. Hey, no waste, no want, right? Waste not, want not. I always say, oh yeah, I'm definitely liking the pinstripe look better. I guess my brain is waking up this morning and getting into my crafting mode. Cut that off and tuck it in there. Okay, so I'm just going to continue a series of that. I kind of like it just like that too. You know, there are options here. So when I come back to do more bags, I'm just really going to play with some things. I kind of like just that. I like that's just that too. Something simple. But I'm going to push the envelope and keep going just a little bit more. Maybe at least to there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what my eyes decide. And I'll come back and show you in just a little bit. Okay, so this is where I'm at so far. And I laid out a pattern. I think I'm just going to keep going up this way and fill that up. And I think I'm going to leave this blank. I may put a piece of silver finish there. Maybe 2 or 3 strips. Nothing too bold. Because this is not the star of the show. I think I'm going to keep the yarn the star of the show. And maybe finish it off there and then leave this red is what I'm thinking. And every time I look at this on camera, I like it like kind of just right there. So I don't know. I may just put 1 or 2 more rows there. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that and see how that looks. I think in this case, less is going to be more. I really do. So I don't think I'm going to get too bold with my yarn design back here, since I'm already bold on the front. I just want to keep it a little more simple on the back. However, it is reversible. You can carry it on either side. So, you know, why not? Why not go crazy? Oh Lord, that yarn will get on that hot glue gun, guys. So, be careful. Or you might clog your gun up and not be able to use it. So at this point, it's almost 8 a.m. It's like 7:45. And I've been at this since a little after 5, I guess like 5:45. So, and I'm nearing 60 minutes on this video. I'm at 53 minutes. So, I think I'm going to wrap this up. And I don't even think that I'm going to worry about finishing that yet. I think what I'm going to do is stop there. And sometimes I have to just walk away and come back and look at stuff and see what my mind and my eyes are telling me then. Because when I look at this on camera, I like it like that as an understatement. Since I got all of that going on the front, I like that understatement kind of in the back. But I don't want it to feel unfinished either. So part of me feels like it feels unfinished, and part of me feels like that's good. Just stop there. Don't be extra. But and then like put a finishing touch on down there and maybe there and let it go. But I don't think so. I think I'm gonna be a little bit extra, just a little bit. I don't know, maybe feeling some more this way, maybe just a little bit on this side and let it go. Or I could just bead out this side and then leave that. I'm gonna walk away and I'm going to think on this and figure out how I want the back of this to look as an end result. So I'm gonna end it here for the day, guys. At least this morning. I may be back this evening. It just all depends on what time I get off from work. I got a pretty full day today, so we will see where this project will go from here. But thanks for tuning in, and you guys have a good day. And bye.